David Chen mopped the executive floor, third shift janitor, invisible to most. He heard shouting, CEO Catherine Price's office. A man yelling, angry, then a gunshot. David didn't think. Ran toward the sound. Burst through the door. A man. Gun pointed at Catherine. Finger on trigger. David dove. Pushed her down. Covered her body. Another shot. Pain exploded in David's shoulder. No! Catherine screamed. David collapsed. Blood spreading. Vision fading. Stay with me! Don't you dare die! The last thing David heard was Catherine crying. Then everything went black. What happened when he woke up changed both their lives forever. David Chen, 41 years old, single father to 12-year-old daughter Lily, worked as a night janitor. Tonight was like any other. Mopping floors, emptying trash, cleaning bathrooms. The executive floor was usually empty by midnight. Everyone gone home. Except tonight. David heard shouting, CEO Catherine Price's office. Door closed, but voices loud. A man angry, yelling, "You ruined my life! You fired me, destroyed my career!" Catherine's voice, calm but scared. "Mark, please, put the gun down. We can talk." "Gun," David froze. "Talk? You didn't want to talk when you fired me, when you blacklisted me, when you made sure no one would hire me. You were embezzling. I had no choice." Third shift, 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. at Pierce Technologies, office building, corporate. You had a choice. You could have let it go, but you destroyed me. A gunshot, loud, deafening. David's training kicked in. Former Marine. 2 tours. Combat experience. He didn't think, just moved. Dropped his mop, ran toward Catherine's office, burst through the door, saw Mark, gun pointed at Catherine. Finger on trigger, about to fire again. Catherine against the wall. First shot had missed, but the second wouldn't. David dove, pushed Catherine down, covered her body with his. Mark fired. Pain exploded in David's shoulder. Bullet tore through muscle. Bone. "No!" Catherine screamed. The pay was decent. Benefits okay. Hours terrible. But it allowed him to be home when Lily got home from school. David collapsed. Blood spreading across the floor. His vision blurred. Security arrived, tackled Mark, disarmed him. Police sirens in the distance. Catherine crawled to David. "No, no, no, stay with me. Don't you dare die." David looked at her. "Your daughter. Tell my daughter. Lily. I love..." Everything went black. He woke 3 days later. Hospital, machines beeping, pain everywhere. Catherine sat beside his bed, eyes red, exhausted. She'd been there the entire time. "You're awake." Tears streamed down her face. "Thank God, you're awake." "What happened?" "You saved my life. Took a bullet meant for me. You almost died." His wife had died 5 years ago. Heart defect. Sudden. Devastating. "Lily, my daughter. She's here in the waiting room. She's been so scared. I need to see her. Soon. The doctors need to check you first. You've been unconscious for 3 days." David processed. 3 days. He'd missed work. Lily had been alone. "My job? Still yours. I made sure of it. And David, you're not a janitor anymore." "What?" "We'll talk when you're stronger. For now, just rest. Lily will be so happy you're awake." Lily came in, crying, "Daddy, you're okay." "I'm okay, baby. I'm so sorry I scared you." Leaving David with a 7-year-old daughter in crushing medical debt. The lady said, "You're a hero. You saved her life." "I just did what anyone would do." "No." Catherine spoke from the doorway. "You did what almost no one would do. You risked your life for someone you barely knew. That's not anyone. That's exceptional." Over the next week, David recovered, slowly, painfully, but he was alive. Catherine visited daily, brought Lily, brought food, stayed for hours. "Why are you here?" David asked one day. "You're a CEO. You have a company to run." "Because you saved my life. Because I owe you everything. Because you matter. I'm just a janitor." "Stop saying that. You're a hero, a father, a good man. You're not just anything." "What did you mean about not being a janitor anymore?" He'd been an engineer. Good job. Good salary. But the medical bills destroyed him financially. Catherine pulled out papers. "This is a contract. Director of Security, full salary, benefits, college fund for Lily, and a $100,000 bonus for saving my life." David stared. "I can't accept this." "You can, and you will." You saved my life. This is the least I can do. But I'm not qualified for security. You're ex-Marine, combat trained. You literally took a bullet for me. You're the most qualified person I know. Catherine, this is too much. It's not enough. You gave me my life. I'm giving you a career, a future, stability for Lily. Please, accept. David looked at the contract, at Lily, at the opportunity. Okay, I accept, thank you. Thank you for being brave, for saving me, for showing me what real courage looks like. He lost the house, the car, the career, everything. Now he was a janitor, invisible, overlooked, surviving. But he was there for Lily. That's what mattered. David started as director of security 2 months later. After full recovery, after training, after adjusting. Revoke access immediately upon termination. Increase security on executive floors. Panic buttons in every office. Armed security during business hours. That's expensive. Cheaper than what almost happened. You almost died, Catherine. Prevention is worth the cost. She looked at him. Really looked. You're right. Implement everything. Whatever you need. Budget approved. Over the next months, David transformed security, hired former military, implemented strict protocols, made the building safer. He's amazing, security team said. Knows exactly what he's doing. Where did Ms. Price find him? He was the night janitor, saved her life, she promoted him. From janitor to director? That's insane. That's loyalty. That's gratitude. That's what she does. The pay was life-changing, enough for an apartment, food, Lily's activities, savings. David and Catherine spent increasing time together. Meetings became lunches, briefings became conversations. Tell me about Lily, Catherine said one day. She's incredible, smart, kind, loves science, wants to be a doctor. Like her dad wanted to be an engineer? David was surprised. How did you know that? I researched you after you saved me. Found out you had an engineering degree. Lost everything after your wife died. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I survived. Lily and I are okay now. Do you miss it, engineering? Sometimes, but I like security. Protecting people, especially protecting you. Catherine felt her heart skip. Protecting me specifically? Dad, we have our own rooms now. Lily marveled at their new place. David realized what he'd said. I meant the company, everyone, not specifically. It's okay if you meant me. I feel safer with you around. They looked at each other. Something unspoken passing between them. Catherine, Call me Kath, please. Catherine is so formal. Kath, I don't want to misread this, but sometimes I feel like there's something more here. There is. I've been feeling it for months, ever since you woke up in that hospital. But I didn't want to say anything. You're my employee. It's complicated. It is complicated, but maybe we could try, see where it goes? I'd like that, but carefully. Lily comes first for you. I respect that. She does, always, but there's room for more. For you, if you want it. We do. Things are better now. I want it, very much. They dated quietly, privately, navigating the boss-employee dynamic carefully. This feels like we're sneaking around, David said after their 5th date. We're being private. There's a difference. But maybe we should tell people. Be honest. What about the board, the company? I'll handle it. You earned your position, through skill, through results. Our relationship doesn't change that. 6 months into dating, Kath met Lily. This is Kath. She's Daddy's girlfriend. Lily studied her. You're the lady Dad saved? I am. Your dad's a hero. You know that, right? Because you saved Miss Catherine. I do. He's my hero. Always has been. Mine too. He saved my life. I'll never forget that. Lily considered. Are you nice to him? I try to be. He deserves the best. He does. He's the best dad ever. You better be good to him. I promise. Want to help me figure out how? They bonded. Kath asked questions. Lily answered honestly. Testing, evaluating. She's okay, Dad, Lily said later. I like her. She makes you smile. Real smiles, not just okay smiles. I'm glad, because I really like her. Good, you deserve to be happy. Because I did what was right. The reward was unexpected. 1 year after taking the bullet, David proposed. Not elaborate, simple, real. At the office, where he'd saved her. Where everything changed. Kath, a year ago, I took a bullet for you. I didn't think, just acted. That moment changed my life. You gave me a career, a future, hope. But more than that, you gave me love. Will you marry me? Kath cried. Yes, but I have something to say too. She pulled out a ring. David Chen, You saved my life, literally, but you also saved me emotionally. I was alone, lonely, focused only on work. You showed me what matters: family, love, connection. Will you marry me too? David laughed. We're both proposing? Equal partners, equal proposal, equal choice. I love that. Yes, I'll marry you. They kissed. In the office where he'd almost died, where love had been born from trauma. Catherine worked closely with David. Daily meetings, security briefings, planning. We need better protocols, David advised. Mark got into your office too easily. Former employee, still had access. What do you suggest? They married 6 months later. Lily is maid of honor, small ceremony, meaningful. Lily needs her own space, privacy, teenage years coming. Agreed, and maybe we could add to the family. David looked at her. You want kids? I never thought I did. Too focused on career. But meeting you and Lily, I want this. A baby. Our baby, if you're willing. I'm willing. Let's make a baby. They tried for 2 years, fertility treatments, stress, hope. Kath got pregnant at 43, high risk, monitored closely. This is scary, she admitted. I'm old for pregnancy. You're not old, you're perfect. We'll be careful. Watch closely, it'll be okay. Their son was born healthy, named Marcus, after David's father who died before meeting Kath. In her vows, Kath said, David, you took a bullet for me, covered my body with yours, almost died protecting me. That sacrifice changed everything, showed me what real love looks like: selfless, brave, immediate. Thank you for saving me, for loving me, for building this family. Lily, now 17, was obsessed. My baby brother, I'll protect him forever. You already do, David said. You're an amazing big sister. 5 years into marriage, Mark, the shooter, was released from prison. Reduced sentence, good behavior. David got the call. He's out, released yesterday. Kath panicked. What if he comes back? What if he tries again? He won't get close, I promise. I've upgraded security, he's being monitored, and I'll always protect you. You almost died last time, and I'd do it again. In a heartbeat. You're my wife, my family, I protect what's mine. Mark didn't come back. Moved to another state, started over. But the fear lingered. I have nightmares sometimes, Kath admitted. About that night, the gun, you bleeding, almost losing you. David's vows. Kath, when I heard that gunshot, I didn't think. I just ran. Former Marine training. Protect the innocent. I didn't know saving you would save me too. Would give me purpose. Career. Love. Family. Thank you for seeing more than a janitor. For seeing me. I'm here, I'm alive, we're safe. Because of you, always because of you. 10 years after taking the bullet, they returned to that office. This is where it happened, David told Marcus, now 7. Where you saved mommy. Where I made a choice. Protect someone, even at risk to myself. Former Marine training. But also just right. They placed a plaque in that office. Now a conference room, memorial. In this room, David Chen took a bullet for Catherine Price. Sacrifice became love. A family was born. 10 years of gratitude. 15 years after the bullet, Lily graduated medical school. Doctor, following her dream. I want to help people, like Dad helped Mom, save lives, make a difference. Lily insisted on her own vows. Kath, thank you for making my dad happy, for giving him a job where he's safe, where he doesn't work nights, where he's home with me. You gave us our life back. I love you for that. You will, Kath told her. You're already making a difference. We're so proud. Marcus wanted to be a police officer. Protect people, like Dad did, like Dad does. Another protector, David said proudly. We raised good kids. We did, together. 20 years after taking the bullet, they renewed their vows. Massive celebration. Lily, Marcus, employees, everyone their story had touched. David's vows. 20 years ago, I heard a gunshot. Ran toward danger. Took a bullet. Almost died. Best decision of my life. Because it led to you. To this family. To this life. I'd take that bullet again. Every time. Kath's vows. 20 years ago, a janitor saved my life. I thought I was repaying a debt, giving him a job. But he gave me everything. Love. Family. Purpose. Thank you for being brave. For running toward danger. For choosing me. Every day, every time. Lily spoke. My dad took a bullet. Almost died. Mom saved him back, gave him a career, then love. They saved each other. That's what real love is. Mutual saving, mutual sacrifice. Marcus added, they showed me that protecting others isn't just a job. It's character. It's who you are. Dad didn't think, just acted. That's heroism. That's love. Kath sobbed. I love you too, Lily. Thank you for sharing your dad with me. Marriage brought changes. David became COO, Chief Operating Officer, not favoritism, earned through competence. People will say I only got this because I married the CEO, David worried. Let them. You transformed our security, improved operations, cut costs while improving safety. You earned this. Period. At home, they blended lives. Kath's house, large, suburban, room for everyone. 25 years after the bullet, David was 66. Kath was 68. Kath, because David saved my life, showed me what real sacrifice means. We honor that. Support others who do the same. The foundation helped thousands, changed lives, supported heroes. 30 years after the bullet, they were interviewed for a documentary. Your story is incredible. A bullet created this? David, well, not the bullet, the choice. I chose to protect her. She chose to rebuild my life. We chose each other. The bullet was just the moment. Kath, David was invisible, a janitor, overlooked. But when it mattered, he acted, showed his character, his courage. I saw him, really saw him. Everything followed from that. What's your message? David, everyone has value. The janitor, the security guard, the invisible people. They're not invisible. They're essential. Treat them with respect. Kath, character shows in crisis. David showed his. I rewarded it, promoted him, married him, found my partner. Look beyond titles. See people's hearts. Both retired. David from COO, Kath from CEO. Lily was a surgeon, saving lives. Marcus was a police captain, protecting communities. We raise protectors, David observed. They learn from you. Sacrifice, service, protection. They started a foundation. Guardian angels, helping families of first responders, police, firefighters, military. These people sacrifice for others. We support their families. Scholarships, emergency funds, support services. Why this cause? Reporters asked. David, because I was former military, became a janitor, lost everything. I know what struggle looks like for those who serve. We help them. 35 years after the bullet, David kept the scar. Visible reminder. Yes, he was a janitor. She was CEO. He heard a gunshot, ran toward it, saved her life, almost died. Then what happened? She promoted him. They fell in love, built a family. Our family exists because he was brave. The grandchildren listened, absorbed, learned. 40 years after the bullet, they celebrated their 40th anniversary. David's speech. 40 years ago, I took a bullet. For a woman I barely knew, changed my life forever. Kath didn't just give me a job, she gave me purpose, love, family, everything. I'd take that bullet again, infinite times. Kath's speech. 40 years ago, a janitor saved my life. I promoted him, fell in love with him, built a life with him. Best decision I ever made. David showed me that titles don't matter. Character does. He's proof. 42 years after the bullet, Kath passed away, peacefully, at 85. Her last words to David, thank you for taking that bullet, for saving me, for 42 years of love. You're my hero, always. You're mine too. You saved me back. We saved each other. Why don't you get it fixed? Marcus asked. Plastic surgery could reduce it. See you soon. Not too soon. The grandkids need me. She smiled, gone. David lived another year, at 78, heart failure. His last words to Lily, I took a bullet, almost died. Best thing I ever did, led to everything. Your mom, our family, this life. Never regret protecting others. Never regret sacrifice. Their joint funeral was massive. Thousands attended. Lily spoke. My dad took a bullet for a stranger, for his boss, because that's who he was, a protector. Kath saved him back, gave him a life. They saved each other, built a family. That's their legacy. Marcus added, they showed me that heroes are real, that sacrifice matters, that protection is love. I became a cop because of Dad. He's why I protect others. A memorial was placed at Pierce Technologies. In the office where it happened, David Chen and Catherine Price. He took a bullet. She gave him a life. Love bloomed from sacrifice. 42 years of courage, gratitude, and unwavering devotion. Because it reminds me of that night, of the choice I made, of everything that followed. I earned this scar. I keep it. 50 years after that night, Marcus was 62, police chief, retired, teaching at the academy, training new officers. 50 years ago, my dad, a janitor, took a bullet for the CEO. He didn't think, just protected. That's what we do. We run toward danger. We protect others. We sacrifice. What happened to him? She promoted him, director of security, then COO. Then they married, built a family. The bullet changed everything. But not because of the reward, because of the choice. What's the lesson? Character shows in crisis. My dad showed his. Do the right thing, even when it costs you, especially when it costs you. You never know what it'll lead to. The cadets listened, learned, carried it forward. And somewhere Marcus believed his parents were watching, proud of the legacy they built. Mom loves it too. She says it's proof you're a hero. From one bullet, one moment of sacrifice, one choice to protect. That changed everything. Forever. Story no more. If this story inspired you, subscribe to VML Stories for more tales of sacrifice, courage, and love born from heroism. Hit that like button, drop a comment sharing your thoughts, and share this with someone who needs to remember that protecting others is the highest calling. Because sometimes taking a bullet creates a lifetime of love. See you in the next story. I'm not a hero. I just did what was right. That's what heroes say. They returned to Pierce Technologies, now retired, visiting as legends. This is where your grandfather took a bullet, Lily told her children, David's grandchildren. For Grandma Catherine,